The maddest bit was it was the same day where Rihanna was in the crowd.
I've been so excited to do this because ever since this man I'm about to talk to sent in the story, I was just so inspired by it. You know what I mean? Youngblood is about proving people wrong, changing the norms, and today I've got Jacob with me. How are you, man? All right?
I'm really well, thank you.
Dude,
I'm very happy to be here.
Dude, I'm so excited to be talking to you. So you were diagnosed with autism at age 3, and you felt like a lot of your life you were kind of dehumanized for it. But what you do now is kind of proving that people with autism can do extraordinary things outside of the box that people may put them in when you describe someone with autism. You really, really found your creativity, didn't you, at university? That's what made me so excited to talk to you, because as a creative person, I knew I would relate to you. What was that like, kind of going, I'm really creative?
It kind of came as a bit of a shock, because like at uni, I decided to do this like midway course between design and engineering, because I thought, wow, I like design. And then I kind of realised that, because I never used to think of myself as creative, I used to think of myself as quite logical, like the stereotype.
And that's a big stigma. That's what I'm saying. That is a massive stigma for autism. It's like people say that there's a lack of creativity, and I couldn't wait to speak to you because you are a living example. Going, hang on a second, you. That is not a step. Like the point of this podcast and the point of Youngblood is to defy and to defeat and to take the stereotype, light it on fire, and laugh while it burns. You know what I'm saying? So like
100%.
Just tell me about that process. I couldn't wait to talk about it. You know?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of, it was a realisation that a lot of times where I used to think, I'm not that creative because I wasn't the best at drawing. I'm still pretty, even though I'm 4 years in nearly to a design career, I'm still can't draw. But I used to think because my outputs of the creative process weren't as good as other people's, that I'm probably not the most creative, I'm probably logical. But then I realised, no, creativity is the process, it's the way you think, it's the way you see outside the box, and that's why I'm creative. I did a master's degree in sort of design consultancy kind of innovation and trying to get people's different perspectives in. I was there as a design student who had autism. So I came in saying, like, this is my perspective, what's yours? And it wasn't until then I kind of realised, before then, that's when I realised I was creative, but then I realised, this is the weapon I've got for creativity. I've got a unique perspective here. Dude, that no one else in the room had.
Beauty can come from absolutely anywhere when you least expect it. Everyone is born with beautiful individuality.
Yeah,
and
100%.
There should never be a preconceived notion about what someone is or about what someone's going to be, because it's so funny. You can give anyone all the tools to do something and they're going to be brilliant at the exact opposite thing. And you can 100%. Be brilliant at, you know what I'm saying? I think people can set everyone up for things and it's just not what you're good at. And I think it's brilliant. And since then you've gone to be like one of the lead designers in a sustainable sportswear brand, which is amazing. And you've designed like kits for football clubs and the West Indies Cricket World Cup kit. Hard! That's so sick!
That was insane!
I bet you can. What was that like? Like seeing something that came out of like partly like your head being worn on like the telly or something.
How to describe it in...
exactly.
So it's like, it's a podcast meeting. I should find the words, but I really can't.
Trust me. It's like when someone like I see like my T-shirt on someone, I'm like, oh, what? I'm still like, what?
Exactly that. It's like, the best example. The first one is when I worked for my previous job. I designed the kit for a football club in Scotland called St Johnstone, and when I watched it on TV, it came on and I watched them. I was like, this is weird. This is something that's in my head. It's come out. It's on TV. What's going on?
Dude, that's so sick, man. I wish I was there having a pint with you when that happened. I was like,
it was mad.
dude,
And
it's mad, isn't it?
With the West Indies, I actually went to a World Cup game where West Indies, I had tickets anyway, so I just went. So I saw the players wearing the kit I designed for them, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. The maddest bit was it was the same day where Rihanna was in the crowd, and there's a picture she put on Instagram of a cap I designed.
Dude, that's since like I've just met you, and I'm like proud of you. I'm like, whoa,
Yes.
I'm like so proud of you. I've like just met you. That's because that's what it's about, man. That is what it's about. Fighting and taking the like. If you are out there, man, and people are like kind of putting you down just because of the way you are,
Yeah.
harness that and put it into something that you want to put it into, and be brilliant at it, because your individuality should never, ever be used against you.
100%.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.